pussy ass niggas trying to see Compton. The industry.
No,
Mama, how many options you got? I mean, it's too many options.
What's going on YouTube? What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my random pop-up. Oh, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my live. It's a very random pop-up. How's everybody doing? Let me get up over here. Let me get comfortable in my What's going on, Marcella? Good to see you. How are you? Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down. What's going on, Jack? Hey, Yvette. What's happening? Happy Friday night. I decided to do a pop-up tonight. It was necessary. Please hit the like button on your way in. What's going on, everybody? It has been a very interesting couple of days. Let me come close. How's everybody doing tonight? Make sure to hit the like button as you all come in. Thank you so much for being here with me on this Friday night pop-up at 10:06 p.m. Let me get an avatar mode. Hey. We are back. Hit the like button. How is everybody doing? There's you all know I am. My goal is to behave and be respectful of the space of YouTube, but I sing that this sector has been fed lately in the past 2 days, and it's been very interesting to watch. Please hit the like button as you all come in. Fuck this. Let me get my ass on camera so you all can see me. So I am not always in avatar mode. Hey everybody. Hey. I'm looking a little shiny. I'm a little sunburnt today, but it's okay. Wow. Did you all catch me yesterday on hanging out and sharing a space with come to court with trees, all about the trees? That was very interesting. That was very unexpected for me to happen on my platform, but we can all move on and occupy a space within the sector of YouTube. Yeah, that's great. How are you all doing? Hey, Marcella, your ass has been busy. I hope all is well. With you in the private life and what's going on behind the scenes with that whole situation, but we're not going to get into that. Come on in. Thank you all so much. Hey, Peyton, good to see you. Hey, Yvette, good to see you. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, bro? I see you up there in the chat. There you go. Hey, Mimi. It is. Yeah, I'm a little litty. It's all good though. It is, a Friday night, and here we are, occupying the space on YouTube, keep you all entertained. I thought some shit that was very interesting to me because people were questioning why I, occupied a space with trees and tried to tell me, and some people were telling me to mind the business that pays me, and I shouldn't have done that. But lo and behold, you know who pays me? YouTube also pays me, so I was minding the business that pays me. So that being said, there were some things that happened yesterday, and people were talking about, why would I ever sit on a panel with her from all the shit she said and blah, 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 shit like that. So my thing is the hypocrisy. It was the hypocrisy for me because there are several other content creators, some of whom have been dragged worse than I have shared a panel and were able to converse, but none of that was said. But seeing that she and I decided to, pop up on YouTube just to have a conversation, me and who I am and what I represent on YouTube was being questioned. That was weird. But there's a lot of, when you pay attention to some of the content, the comments in the chat and whatnot. Oh, Am I really that burnt? Oh my god. It just it just shed a light. It shined a light on the issues that happen with content creators and subscribers, and sometimes um subscribers and their opinions sometimes cross the boundary. And that's how we got into some of the mess. Let me sit. But we need 60. Y'all hit that damn like button. Thank you. Thank you. Um all right, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. But there's just been a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to, revisit shit from 2021 and 2022 when we were post pandemic and still coming out of the situation. But there's just been some interesting things that have caught my attention, that have stemmed from that whole era in our lifetime, presently. But shout out to, you know I can't believe I'm even saying this. But shout out to Trees for us having that conversation without it going left. I appreciate that. Um, it was interesting. There were some interesting things happening today on other channels within this morning and this afternoon that I peeped before I got out of here. But yeah, there was a lot of shit happening. And like I said earlier, thank you all for, feeding the sector. Today is just, Yvette, you were impressed last night. What made you so impressed last night, Yvette? I'm just curious. I'm dying to know. Let me just go ahead and share the link just in case anybody wants to come up and have a conversation or to question why I did what I did yesterday. I am all open for that. It's been so long since I've done this. Hold on. Boop, boop. There we go. What's gonna astute that? Oh, I did it wrong. My bad. Y'all were, I shouldn't say y'all. Some of you all went over to Goody's house this morning and tore up furniture like y'all had no home training. It was just an interesting spectacle to see. But I was here for it. I appreciate the entertainment earlier today. But this texture has been very interesting. And shout out to AT2. I'm all over the place at the moment. Congratulations on your 4-year anniversary being on YouTube, aka quote unquote the godfather of YouTube in the mess. Self-proclaimed. But all right. But it's just been a lot. I did take some notes, but I don't want to get into them because if I go into the notes I've taken, it's just going to drag me back into mess. It's going to drag me back in the mess. I don't know if I want to get really messy today because I'm having such a good day today. And it's, yeah. The conversations that occurred last night were informative. And when that session was over, on her particular live, I had a few private conversations with a few other content creators who were around in that era. Uh, they wanted to bring some insight to me and things of that nature. And I also, like I said, I do want to apologize to Sunny of Don't Tell Me, Tell the People. because it seemed as though as I accused her of telling, because she and I had that private conversation, that it made it seem as though that I accused her of that information getting out. And then after speaking with a few other people behind the scenes, they reminded me that at the same time, when all of the stuff was happening, that Benz and Snooky were also, in the conversations and privy to the conversations. And so some of that shit could have gotten out from primarily Snooky, but I don't know. I haven't seen Snooky on YouTube in the longest time. However, I do know that she was very close friends with Evangelist Val, aka Spiritual Gangsta. So it could have been linked to her. I don't know how that whole conversation got on YouTube, but uh, it has been a lot. It has been a lot. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces moving on behind the scenes. And I really try to disengage from it, but somehow some of y'all keep dragging me back into it, which is okay. It is okay. It is definitely okay because I can stand in mind when it needs to be, when I need to be. But what happened today? That's what I want. What was going on today over at Goodies Channel? I was there for a hot second, and then I took a phone call from a client, and then I came back, and Armageddon. I don't know who dropped the bomb and who went all. I don't know who went all Hiroshima over in that channel, but furniture was turned over, and there was lots of yelling and screaming and going on, and it was a lot. It was definitely a lot, and I had no insider knowledge of what happened, of what transpired, having gone back to watch the replay of what happened. But I thought certain content creators were cool, and then they're going off on each other, and I wasn't expecting that. And Tulsa does what Tulsa does, and Spiritual Gangster does what she does, and I've never cracked up so much in my life during a live, while in the background, while on the phone at the same time. Jack dropped by while you were. Oh, she did. I still gotta get caught up on what I missed on the other channel you spoke about. What did I miss, Princess? Because I haven't. There's so much shit happening on YouTube at the moment. Um, it's been a lot, but I thank you all for it. I really, I truly thank you all for it. Um, in political news, Captain Orange has been indicted on 34 counts of. So there's that. But I ain't covering that shit today. We gonna do an upload on that, and a preload and a pre-record on that one. But that ain't what I want to get into. I want to get into the sector mess, because it's been very interesting. It has a lot. Like I said, I don't have any. What? Mm, okay. Well, I can't talk about that. From the high powers that be. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Message received. So we ain't gonna speak about that. Um, there's just been a lot. Uh, wait one, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm back. Yvette, I am folks. What's going on, Trav? The upper echelon of YouTube. I got to be mindful of what I say from time to time because the powers that be. Message received. Message has been received. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about.
Message. Return to sender. Message.
What's going on, Trav? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Y'all be killing me. Y'all, some of you all really be killing me behind the scenes. I am focused, Yvette. How are you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Um, this whole little side conversation behind the scenes on my phone from IG has just completely wrecked my trace of thought. But yeah, uh, like I said, the situation happened between who would have thought that, Trees and I would have sat on a panel together and not curse one another out. So that was interesting. Um, uh, Spiritual Gangster and I, we don't have it. There's no quarrels or qualms between us. I was being transparent because I got called and tagged out on some shit, so I just wanted to make sure that was clear and said. What else? You all have any questions for me while my phone is blowing up right now as I'm speaking to you all on YouTube? Not shit. Hoping to not get in trouble. I hear. Amen to that. Amen to that. Princess, you told me that I missed some shit yesterday. Please feel free to hit me in the DMs or hop up on the panel. Let me know what I missed yesterday that I need to put my eyes to. That would be great. Y'all have been giving me so much content in the past 2-3 days. I'm not sure what the situation was with Kat and Yvette that happened. I haven't really been paying attention to that. What else happened within the sector? I feel like I am lost on some things that I have not been in. Y'all be killing me. Okay, side note, as I'm getting distracted, you all be killing me with the nicknames, the nicknames that you all give people sometimes within the sector, and I have to be like, I be looking simple, like who is they talking about? Like who are you all talking about with some of these nicknames? But I felt very simple. I was brought up to speed in the back chat of some names that were being used, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh, okay. But I kicked off in a send a link and a timestamp. That's all I had. Send a link and a timestamp. But it's just a lot of shit, and I try to be respectful, and I want to be calm, but there are days. There are definitely days when I want to pop off. I mean, want to pop off so much. You all have no idea, but I hold my tongue. I really hold my tongue on some shit, especially about. So you, Denisha, did you not see the live yesterday? As content creators, we can inhabit a space and converse and be respectful when it comes to having a conversation and go on about our regular content. What part of that situation made it seem that she and I are buddies? I'll wait. when you collectively, I mean, you can sit with a person who you disagree with, but yet certain similarities or recognize, and then you compare notes, converse with someone. Okay, what's your point? I conversed with someone who made fun of my cancer. There are other people who conversed with her when she wished death upon them, and she talked about, Evie having straw in her head. She still sat on the same panel. So what makes it any different? A line needs to be drawn. I agree. However, you still can be respectful and have a conversation, no matter what your opinions are on certain individuals, right? How many times has, she disrespected, let's say, I don't know, don't be Vega, what's going on? And people said she had Stockholm syndrome, this, that, and the third, but she kept going back over there, but no one was saying why she was doing that. Like, so her and I having a conversation after 2-3 years doesn't mean that I'm sitting on her panel on a daily basis trying to be her friend, correct? That's all. A woman and woman can do that. It's called being an adult. A man reconciling with a woman is a no-no. I said it. What's going on, Nomad? But my whole situation is that, I was reading some of the messages and some of the screenshots were sent to me and saying, why would he ever do that? Oh, I'm starting to side eye him for him doing that, when yet the same people that they admire, idolize, and subscribe to did the same and similar things, but none of that shit was said in the chat. But when it came to me, it was different. Just don't fall for Who is Gangster Granny? Who is Gangster Granny? Um. So I mean, we all inhabit this space called YouTube. I mean, we're all within this sector, and we're going to cross. We're gonna cross paths at some point and clarify and need clarification and receipt order. So it is what it is. So I just look at that as just, me being a content creator, getting clarification on certain things. Um, go. Oh, wait one. Well, damn. See, when I sure can. Boom. Not sleeping with married men. Who doing that? Who doing that? Oh my god. Denisha, I can't be used. I believe that was our last encounter sharing a panel together. Just for clarification, I just needed some insight of what was said that I allegedly did, and we've moved on from there. But I truly appreciate your concerns. Thank you, but I am not being influenced in any way And yeah, no. What's going on tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Nomad, good to see you. Shout out to all the content creators in the chat. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you all so much for checking me out. Like I said, I am gonna get back to my I'm just I'm gonna get back to uploads and premieres for reactions and get back to confessing some stuff because y'all y'all been killing me in this sector within these past few months. That's about it. But Evie, I dropped the link for you. I'm waiting on you. Not Denisha says the evangelist has me blocked. Now Denisha, I don't believe I've ever seen you before. Yeah, this is true how people try to spin it. Like I said, they tell me to mind the business that pays me, and guess what? YouTube pays me. So I'm minding the business that pays me. And this happens to be one of the entities that does. Do y'all need me to drop the link again? Not, that's never gonna happen. But yeah, getting back to my show, like I said, there was a lot of shit going on, and then did not have I know a few content creators that have half of this sector damn blocked. Wait a minute. Crypto. You got a whole channel dedicated to the mess, do you not? Or did you change your name again? Don't you got Too Messy Tea? Come on now. Oh, you see him now? Okay. Gotcha. Y'all be killing me. But no, like I just I miss the old days of YouTube where we had, game night, and people could go back to other people's channels without the mess, and then it just escalated without all the doxing and shit. And that, like it was said, the whole doxing situation happened or started with, two content creators that constantly go back and forth, and it kind of sucked the energy out of this sector because no one really, I mean, there are so many content creators who have not been up on their panels lately doing content because of all the drama within this sector. And there are some really good content creators that were in this sector who've just refused or created other channels so people wouldn't follow them in the other sectors of YouTube just because of the drama and shit. Ignore him when he's, oh Lord. But yeah, like I miss having uh the good times on YouTube. Like I said, all the drama and shit, I used to be up here daily, but with all the fuck shit and the foo la la and fuckery, I used to be up here daily. Now I barely get here once a week to do content because it's not really engaging. It's not the sector ain't what it used to be. Let's just say that the sector is not what it used to be. And then some of y'all made me log on to my other account and just hop in the other sectors because I don't want to be stalked and followed. Because some of you bitches have done that and stalked me in other sectors and took screenshots and bringing it back under my other. But yeah, no. It just hasn't been fun lately. Like people are worried about if they're going to be doxxed or if their jobs are going to be called, or it's just it ain't the same. It just ain't the same. Yeah. It's we used to have so much fun on YouTube on a daily basis, and then within this sector, and it's just I don't know what happened, how we got to where we are today, but it's very lackluster. And then the only thing that's feeding the sector at the moment is just the drama. It's just the drama and feeding off on people of what they do in their real lives and things of that nature. It's just it ain't that great, to be honest. And what's sad is like I said, I got more subs on my troll channel than I have on my real channel, which is crazy. But you all like the mess. But I just don't cover this sector. I cover lots of shit on my other channels, but that's neither here or there. I just don't need y'all following me. But between this sector, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then you have these newbies who come in and and they think they're, I don't know, the ish, or they're running something, and then people run them out. Yvette, I'm trying to be respectful. I am being respectful. But yeah. Evangelist said her phone died. Did I read that? Oh, okay. I am logging on. My phone died. Got it. Hey, Marcella. Please vote. I have noticed after the 34 indictment count has been given, the rhetoric is times 100 right now in social spaces, and they're rallying everywhere, spreading their hatred and their division for what has happened to. I don't understand why people think this man is innocent within that faction, when that's a whole other topic. I don't even want to get into it. There's so much shit going on. Okay, thankfully my platform is in 5 different sectors. I hate the audience and all right, tonight. All right. Good evening.
Hello.
How's it going?
We meet again.
Indeed, we do. Everybody, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for the spiritual gangster of YouTube, known as Evangelist Val. Go ahead and show her some love.
Known as the one who's always getting stabbed in the back.
Not stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
I saw your good friend go off on you earlier today.
Let the knife turn. What good friend? Oh, Tulsa. She popped like she just went. What happened? Do you know what happened? Like Jack showed up in Tulsa, just lost it. I wasn't ready. I was like, well, there was Q, and then there was Tulsa. So what's going on, Q?
I was wondering what happened to the quote unquote sisterhood that Tulsa was promoting, because that was not sisterhood behavior that happened on that panel.
Well, then I got up on my panel and she called me 16 times.
Oh my gosh.
She wanted me to know she was in the back, on the backstage. She wanted to come up. I didn't feel like we had made up yet, so I wouldn't let her up. And I had to block her off my phone. So yeah, so I see we're making friends and getting along and everything. Yeah. So tell me, we're just believing what everybody's telling us about everything. Oh, can you hear me?
Who's doing that? There was a little static interference for about 2 seconds, but we can hear you now. We can hear you.
Okay. So I see you're making friends.
Who?
And I'm proud that these things are happening. I
Who's
just
making
wish
friends?
you making friends.
Not me making friends. Where?
Okay, stop it.
Nah,
So
where am I making friends? That's
um
that's a true question.
I saw somebody comment in the chat and they said when I went over and sat with that thing that live across the street, there was a bit of an uproar on the YouTube streets. I was called all kind of names, but you went over there and it's it's like the heavens have opened up. Everybody's happy and the sun is shining. And I just want to know,
Mashallah.
why is it? You know what? Let me first say something to you, Red Label. And this is from my heart. There is a young man on the YouTube streets that wishes that I loved him like I love you. He must have heard that there was a time where Evangelist Val loved a young man named Red Label, and she would do anything that she possibly could for her friend Q. And he wants me to show him the same kind of love and attention. And so he will not stop trying his hardest to be in my life. But I don't want to be a part of this young man's life, Q. And so anytime he sees me, he tries to get me to pay him attention. I don't want to be your big mama, sir. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now back to me and Q. So Q, don't you find it strange that this person that you were sitting with last night said once upon a time that Sweet Pea was the reason why you did the interview with Nah, and now I'm the reason?
I like I said, I told her that, Sweet Pea had nothing to do with that, to my knowledge.
Uh-huh.
And I don't recall her saying that you had something to do with it, unless I missed something last night.
Yeah, when she went over it today, she said, I don't know if somebody in the chat or if it was Aaron, but she said the reason why this is important is because Val is the reason why me and Red Label fell out. She's the reason why he interviewed my daughter. And I'm like, what? I'm the reason why he interviewed your daughter? I don't believe that's true. So what was the reason? No, I know the reason, but I'm finding it interesting that she's finding all of these different avenues for why she won't leave me alone. And now that she's got you over there sitting with her, she know it's looking funny. Because like I said, you win. Because not only were you sitting over there with, see, I don't look at it like everybody else is looking at it. I look at it like you defeated her. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Because not only did you get to go back over there and sit in her funky house with her and the rats didn't eat your toes off, you sat over there with her after you proved that her daughter, everything her daughter said about her was true. And this is me saying this. I said it today on my channel. You sat with her daughter. Her daughter confessed to you everything that went on in her childhood. People said her daughter was crazy. No, the daughter wasn't crazy. The daughter was telling the truth. And you were the one that opened the door to everybody seeing all of that. She said you were a liar. She said her daughter was crazy. She said none of it was true. However, the reason that she based it in was because her daughter had found somebody that didn't like her, and she had made up all of these things, and her daughter had mental illness. But then she decides she's going to open her house up to you because she needs to give you information you need about me. If she hated you so much, why would she open the door when she told everybody you was the person that it was F you forever? Even Aaron said, but you told me don't even bring his name up. That's what Aaron said today. So as far as I'm concerned, I look at it like Q1. So I don't look at it like you a sellout. I look at it like you went over there and you proved to the people that everything you said about her was true. You was right. She's a low class, low level bitch. Okay. So that part I don't care nothing about. The part I care about is the fact that she was trying to twist things around when it came to me and your relationship. She don't know nothing about me and your relationship. She doesn't know anything about it. She was lying to you. The whole thing about me saying you was a pedophile and all that kind of stuff, she was lying to you. She had constructed all of these different scenarios she was trying to play off of to get mess started. And then when the situation came up where I was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm hearing that he said, her and Sean both were like, well, you don't need to have no the receipts right now. Just go ahead and go out there and do your live. Sonny said, Val, whatever you do, don't go do your live. Don't go out there. Don't do it. She said, because you need to be able to back it up. If you value your friendship, don't do that. Don't do that. And Trees was like, no, you need to do it. Go ahead and do it. You get your receipts later. Go ahead and do it. And I did it.
So, Val, my question is to you as my friend, right?
Right.
Did you mention or say to them that I had a troll page with your granddaughter? And did you see the troll page?
I've never seen a troll page with my granddaughter. I would have called the police.
So my next question is, we're fine and everything, but if you didn't see a troll page, what prompted you to do that particular live? So the people in the back can hear.
Okay. So that night, I was told, and I'm still not going to say who said this because
Evie. It's 2024.
Red label.
This is the year of truth. Put it all out. Who said it? Who said it?
I'm gonna do it like this.
Who said it?
I'm gonna do it like this because you'll know who said it. A mod had given me information.
Y'all take notes.
That you were, and no, wait a minute, let me, before I go here. No, I never said that you wrote a letter. You were you and Sonny were the only ones that I had on my side. So I never thought you and Sonny was writing letters about me. Why would I think that? That doesn't make sense.
But mind you, it was also said that I wrote the letter on Lipstick Alley because the receipt is there that said I wrote a letter.
And no remember, you came back and said that to me and Sonny. And I said, I don't believe you wrote that letter because I never. And then Jennifer kept saying, he even said to me in the chat last night, he said, Evangelist Val, didn't you say? And I said, I never said Q wrote a letter because I didn't believe there was a letter because the letter was never shown. I still ain't never seen no letter.
I've still never seen a letter.
I've never seen an email. Everybody kept talking about all these emails that were going around with my name in it. I never saw an email. I never saw a letter. I never saw a piece of paper with my name on. These were all things that were being said. None of it was ever seen. I never saw no troll page. I never seen any of these things. All these things were talked about, or somebody like put it out there in the what's it called, the YouTube sphere to be discussed, to get stuff popping, but none of it was seen. And for some reason, Q, our relationship was a big issue for people. Nobody wanted us to be cool. And I got a feeling it was just a matter of, whose side you were on. Like at the time, YouTube was split down the middle. This sector was split down the middle. You was either hear her or Trees. You was either on this side or that side. Or you don't even have to say hear her or Trees. You could say Danny or over here or whatever you want to say. And so people felt some kind of way because me and you was close. And so anything and everything was used to kind of try to break our friendship up. And we was doing a good job with our friendship.
Now,
but no, go ahead.
I was going to say the same people that said that you had the same MO of how you treated So Debonair because you all were cool and you decided to start treating me the same way you treated him.
No, I never. What? How I treated So Deb? I didn't do anything to So Deb. I defended Deb. I was what's so crazy about this? And this is why I could never allow myself to get close to another dude on YouTube for real, because everybody says I have that mothering thing, right? I didn't have a mothering thing. It was more like a sister thing. What I was doing was so dead. We kicked it. And we would all go from channel to channel, hanging out, doing whatever, laughing in the chat, supporting our content creators. Me and Deb talked off of YouTube like me and you. We were friends. We had a friendship. When Deb had his issues with Sonny decided to step away from Deb because of everything that was going on with him calling Black women bitches and people was freaking out. Right. Sonny decided to step away from Deb. She never told me to step away from Deb. So me and Deb was still cool. I was still modding for Deb. I was still, rocking with Deb, everything. The only problem me and Deb ever had was Deb decided that he was leaning more over towards hanging out, dealing with Hear Her. So me and Deb had a conversation where I just told him, don't give out any information about me. Don't say nothing about me, because Sonny felt like, or she knew that he had given out her information to people over that side. So I was concerned. I didn't want my information given out. And that was the conversation we had. But I never disliked him or tried to throw him under the bus. People kept saying, why do you always find yourself, what's it called? Thank you, Natasha. Val stuck with Deb. Why do you always find yourself coddling Deb? People gonna always talk about you because you coddle Deb. You need to get out from under him. You're not his mama. That was the whole thing with Deb. I finally stopped modding with Deb when he was just over there with Hear Her all the time. And I felt uncomfortable because I felt like he spends a lot of time over there and I don't want my information. I just didn't trust the situation. That was me. So I don't see how the relationship with me and Deb is anything like the relationship with me and you. Because me and you never fell out over no Hear Her stuff.
We did not. However, my whole situation with Trees
okay, so
started out because of you.
Yeah. Right. So
because I was in Hear Her's chat.
We had that big blowout. Remember that day?
Hey, Deb.
You were on my channel and we had that big blowout and you were mad because you said after she had said that stuff about her putting paper in my head, and you were mad at Snooki and you were mad at somebody else over there, and you said, I can't believe you went back over there and sat with her after she said that. And then you even said to all the people in the chat, you was like, and y'all sit over there up under her and she says this kind of stuff about her. And so it was like a real big blowout. And that's when me and you, we had stopped talking, but then we started back talking again. True. And you even addressed to me, and I can't lie, you told me, you was like, it's uncomfortable to know that she talks about me like she does, and y'all go over there and sit with her. You go over there and sit with her. Because
I sure did say that. I said for her to say the things she said to you, and you go over there and you sat your ass over there on a panel like nothing was wrong.
Yeah, you did. But see, this is the thing. People don't know about the conversations that we have outside of what they see right here. So it looks as one kind of way, but it's not that way. So for me, I always felt like, but Q, like, even though I'm sitting here, you know what it is. And I started to get it. You was like, no, but forget that. Even if I know what it is out here on to people, I'm saying that, me and Evangelist Val are rocking together, but it don't look like we rocking together because you sitting with her and she's dogging me. And so that came back to bite me in my ass, right? So I got that. And now I get that. It didn't take long before that came back to bite me in the ass. Not just for you, but for Deb too. The same situation. And so I remember, I'm going to tell you, I remember the day and the time when I was like, you know what? I'm trying to forgive everybody for the stuff that's going on. I'm trying to be friendly with everybody, and I got to recognize you can't be cool with everybody. You just can't be. You can't try to be yeah,
You can't be
Princess,
neutral. You can't be in
you
the
did
middle because it comes back to bite you in the ass
right.
because
You
someone
can't,
always has something to say.
somebody always got something to say, and everybody's going to, there's always going to be a person that tries to test your relationships by telling you things like, oh, when you was in a hospital, he was over there and he was gagging and giggling with them and they was talking about you and da 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 da, and it was always somebody trying to break the stuff up, always trying to
Hey, Levon.
get in the middle of the relationships that I had that meant something to me. But if it was a bullshit relationship, then nobody care about that. Well, nobody never trying to get into the, the relationships that didn't mean nothing. But when it came to relationships that meant something, they was always in the middle of it. Always, somebody was always giving you a DM or giving me a DM or in the mess. You could be asleep and somebody would be trying to call you and wake you up to tell you to get somewhere so you could be in the bushes and hear one of us talking about one another.
And Denisha, I appreciate your comment, but I can also have a sit down with Satan and still be comfortable with myself. But okay, thank you.
Okay, I don't even know what that was about. Princess, I agree. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't understand. I don't know if you getting at me. So you might want to hit the link because me and you gonna be having words back and forth, sis.
But there's just
like
been
me in Tulsa.
and back laughing before the end of the live. Got it.
No, but I understand what she's saying. But it's just, I agree with you 100%. I was talking to Sonny earlier, and I hear in your voice you're tired, and I'm tired. I don't want to keep going over that stuff. Like nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like what's done is done. I would love to be back in the place with the people that mattered to me back then still matter to me. See, that's the crazy part. I still care about those people that matter to me. If you didn't matter to me, then you still don't matter to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can't fake that. But if you ever care, like if I ever cared about you, I still care about you. It's just that it was messy. It was ugly. Too many people got involved in things they shouldn't have been involved in.
Right.
There were lies that were told and then manipulated, and then people tried to make things. I'm gonna tell you right now, the worst thing I ever did, one of the worst things I ever did in my life was coming back to YouTube after I had my surgery, because I was not mentally ready for that. That is a big, like, you don't even know what a confession that is. I should have stayed my ass off of YouTube. I was not mentally prepared for what people were gonna do to me. You know what I'm saying?
1 second, Val.
Oh, go ahead.
You need to have some sort of pride after someone makes fun of your kids or your cancer. It should be done with. Someone like that is beneath you. Denisha, you were very vocal tonight. I am also a human being who have feelings that evolve. I can look past that. I can deal with humanity as it is. I don't need someone to tell me how I should be or how I should feel of how someone has treated me. I have graced them with kindness and respect.
Okay, Denisha,
because at the end of the day, I have to answer to my maker. You are not my maker. So how I feel about the situation.
Denisha, let me explain something to you. I totally believe in forgiveness. And I also believe in giving people grace and mercy. You can't take that out of somebody. You can't tell us how to feel nor how to fight. That's the thing. That's the problem with the world. Y'all want to try and tell somebody how to move, and you cannot do that. It is through grace and mercy that we are even here. That's just point blank to the period. So if it were not for this situation, we wouldn't have been able to grow and even be here. Y'all don't know what it's like for us or what we went through, and all of the. He went through his cancer. I went through my surgery. I went through everything that I went through. She talked about my kids. She did more than talk about my kids. Y'all don't know the half of what I've been through with her. And y'all probably don't know the half of what he went through with her. And it's not about seeking her attention or what. It's about wanting her to stop. That's what it's really about, wanting her to stop. You get to a point you don't even want to fight with her no more. You get to a point you don't even want to get up and deal with her no more. You just want her to go away. That's what it's about. And it's not even that you don't recognize she's beneath you. I know she's beneath me. I know full well she can never meet me. That woman can't catch up to everything that I have and everything that God has given me and all the blessings he's bestowed on me. But it's real easy to be in the chat and to be telling somebody how they should feel and where they should feel. Don't go back, and you should never do this, and you should never be. But you know what? You can't sit high and look low on nobody, because we all human beings. Period. So you can have your opinion and we can say, okay, Denisha, we hear you, but you got to be a little bit clearer on what it is you're trying to say, because you're being real judgmental right now.
And ain't nobody can judge me except for my makeup.
And really, Gadal, it's not a lot though. It's not a lot. Yo, that's another thing. It's not a lot, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is the end. For real. That's why I came over here. This is the end of it. There's nothing else to say about 2021-22. If her getting red label over there, she thought she was about to do her big one. If this was your big one, to have your arch nemesis up on your platform to prove to the world that everything this man said about you was true, because you said you would never, and now here he is, then that's your big one. And he won. And because he proved to the world that his words were true, then that is what it is. And as far as I'm concerned, that's it. Period.
All right, Denisha, don't be annoyed.
No, I'm not being used as a fiddle. She's not using me as nothing. I get up and read her every day because I don't have to work. So I can clock in at 8 and read her till 6 if that's what I want to do. I can clock in at 2 and read her till 9. I don't do nothing. I can run, go hang out with my kids. I can go shopping. I can do whatever I want. And when I feel like reading her, I can sit down in my recliner and I can read that whole, if that's what I feel like doing. I am on that ass. That's what I want to do for the summer, if that's what I want to do. She's not using me. I'm using myself, because she has done it to me for so long. Now I'm going to do it to her. This is a choice that I'm making. She's not using me.
Now, going back to our conversation.
Yeah, boy. Child, I've been went on off.
I know. I know.
You better stop me.
So, for the conversation, about the whole troll page and everything, right?
Right.
Who said it? That's what we want to know. Who said it? Put some truth on it.
What did I say? I said it was a what? You already know.
You said
you just want me to say the name. You already know.
We need you to name it. The people,
the
people in the chat will like you to name it.
The people in the chat don't need. I don't owe them nothing. You know who it is. You being messy.
This is the year of truth. We just need to put a name on the problem. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta look at Princess. She said, so with that being said, at this point, is that doing an eye for an eye? I understand you are tired. Anyone would be. No, that's not doing eye for an eye. No, ma'am. I've read her for 12 days straight. That's doing me spending some of my summer reading the trash heap if I want to. I might take a day off. I might take 3 days off. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. If I want to ride her, I'm going to ride her. If I don't, I won't. It just depends on how I feel. I'm not saying it's whenever, however. That's what I'm saying. It's not an eye for an eye. Because if it was an eye for an eye, I'd get on a plane to Philadelphia. because that's how she's made me feel, the way she's talked about my children. You don't call my baby, my autistic baby, my 4-year-old, you don't call him a hoe baby. You don't say that my husband cheated on me with a hoe, and that's a hoe baby, and that's what's wrong with him. You don't say that about my child. So it's on for life. Every time I think about her, if I get off YouTube, I said it yesterday, I'm going to make sure that my sons, it's going to be in my will when I die, that they have letters, that they send her a letter for 5 years. Every week, I'm going to have them stamped. Put this in the mail to that hoe. Make sure she get this letter. I ain't never going to be off her mind. Yep, it's real deep. It's real deep. Because everybody said, keep baby trees out of this. Don't talk about baby trees. So I never came for her daughter. But my baby, he's a whole baby. That's what's wrong with him, because he's a mulatto whole baby. My child don't have nothing to do with this. But see, everybody can go deep and dark and nasty except her. Except you can't talk about her child, but she can talk about everybody else's child.
Did I feel like I was obligated to tell Val that you put? No, I did not. And also, my feelings towards her, I don't. I mean, we've had our issues, but I don't have any negative feelings or emotions towards her. And
what was you gonna say, Princess?
And I think it's hard to explain, especially if you haven't come to terms or came close to your own mortality when it comes to this. And like BS, that shit doesn't matter. Like this is a small pastime. So I don't have I can't feel any negative feelings towards her. I can empathize and I can look, and yeah, we had our issues, but I don't see that as, I can't get upset with someone I've never met. Like it does nothing for me. And
this is the thing, though. This is the thing. This is how I come to grips with all this. This right here, what we doing, is not my life, right? So when I close this computer queue and I go to bed with my husband. I kiss my baby goodnight. I talk to my sons. I check on my sisters. I talk to my brothers through text, whatever, right? That's my life. And she can't touch that. She can never, ever touch that. When I want to get on here and I want to have a good time and I want to say the word or kick it with the people in my chat and have a fun time over there, or go and view, look at some of the people that I follow, she can't even really touch that. The only thing she can do is get up on her panel and lie. Get up on her panel and talk nasty and dirty and all up under her own darkness and try to touch me that way. And that's if I get online. She is a horrible person because she's miserable. But when I'm not on here, she don't touch my life. She does not affect my life. So for anybody to say what you need to do is ask God for forgiveness. Boo, I forgave Trees years ago. I asked God to forgive me for the way I felt about her, and I forgave her. I asked God to forgive Trees. I asked God to forgive her. I asked God to forgive me. I asked God to forgive everything that I did because of the way that they treated me. I asked God for forgiveness. Y'all don't listen. Give it up for the self-righteous in the choir. Y'all not above me. Nobody is better than nobody else. Y'all need to stop it. Trying to act like y'all ain't never done nothing wrong. We all have judged somebody. We all have sat in the same seats where somebody has hurt us or said something against us. And y'all need to stop acting like y'all ain't mamas or grandmas or aunties who ain't going to come out fighting if somebody bites the baby cub. If I feel like reading a bitch, I'm going to read her. That's what I said. If I don't, I won't. I answer to my God. I don't have to answer to nobody else.
To answer your question, I do stand behind my interview because I was able to talk to Na and not to get out what she needed to get out. I stand, like I said, I stand 10 toes down and that whole situation. From that happening, do I have any ill will towards? No, I don't. But I stand by giving Na a voice to tell her story. So,
Right.
period, point blank, the end.
Right.
Moved on.
And as long as you comfortable with what you did, look, I talked to Sonny, and me and Sonny talked about it. If you did what makes you feel comfortable, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. If you're good with it, you don't owe nobody no explanation, Q. Because you gave Nah a platform to be able to express herself in a way she felt like she never had the opportunity to talk about it. Now people question why Nah did what she did. They gonna always question that. They're gonna always question why she chose you. It's always somebody that's gonna question something. But the thing about that is we don't have to answer everybody's questions. That's the thing about social media. Everybody got an opinion and everybody want to say, well, why don't you tell us this and why don't you tell us that? Because I don't have to. If you feel good about what you did and your heart is clear, then Godspeed to you, my friend. And I hope that you don't have to look backwards on none of this. Keep moving forward with your content. Keep moving forward with your wife and your life and everything else that's in front of you. And you don't have to look back on this mess. Period. It is like that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what she is. Okay. Am I not supposed to believe her, Denisha? Why would someone lie? She's talking about Nah. Why would someone lie about that? Like, who would lie? Some of these personalities and people on YouTube,
but see, that's a mute point. Because what if she is lying? How does it affect his life? He just gave her a platform. That doesn't even make sense to ask him, does he believe her? Child. Right. Meek, thank you. Val, do you think it was wrong for Red to have a conversation with Trees? Thanks for giving her daughter's voice to stay. No, I don't. When I saw him over there, I was like, I literally said, there we go. He won. It was everything I needed. It was everything I needed because it validated everything about her. It validated every word that everybody said. She thought she was doing one thing when in fact she was doing the opposite. She's always stood on the fact that she was I'm real. And I stand by everything I say, and I'm 10 toes in it, and I'm this, and she's the neighborhood bitches protection list, and she's everything that woman has ever said. When Red Label came over there on that panel, it all turned to dust because she swore to God, because he gave her daughter that interview, he was dead to her. He was a liar. He was a schemer. He was all of these negative things. She started digging into his life. She called him all kind of names. She tried to get all of us to turn against him. I'll never, ever talk to him again. I'll never sit with him again. But when you bring him up on your panel, after all this time to discuss me, and then you say the reason why, when the person who sits with you every day, Aaron, says, Trees, I'm confused. He said, I'm confused. Why did you interview Red Label? You told me never to speak his name. The reason why I interviewed him is because it's pertinent information. I have to make sure the people know that Val is the reason why he interviewed my daughter. What? What? I'm the reason? I wasn't nowhere around when that happened. Was I, Red?
You were not. I have not seen her live today, so I did not know
No.
that was
I'm saying,
mentioned.
was
No,
I
you
around?
weren't. No, you were not.
Thank you. So how you gonna put me in on that? It makes no sense. So we're dealing with the person who's running out of options, and she's running out of ways to try and defeat me. That's what the problem is. She is tired and run through, y'all. And Q sitting next to her, no. I felt like he did exactly what needed to be done. He was the last person that could prove her to be everything that everybody's been saying about her, and she didn't even realize it. So kudos to him. What are you talking about? Oh, right, yeah.
It's just been a lot. I hope everybody can move on with their content on their channels, and
right. That's what I hope. It is so past time to move on. Like, it's weird. It is so weird. Like, the people that come in my chat don't even know.
Hey, BJ.
Hey, BJ. The people that come in my chat don't even know what we talking about. They be like, who is that? When did this happen? What, 2000 and what? Like, it's so lost on people now. It's old. It really is. And it's like a dark cloud. And I feel like the majority of us as content creators are past it. Exactly, Natasha. She cares more about her money and her reputation. Her channel is slipping away. That's why she wanted to talk to Red. She thought her numbers was going to pop high in the sky. That's what she thought. Val, what is your point? Why are you up there? I'm confused. I came up here to talk to my friend and to let him know that she was trying to bamboozle him. Because her main sticking point, though she tried to say it, was I was telling them something about him making what's it called? Troll page about my granddaughter. I would have turned him in if that were true. And secondly, I wanted him to know that I was proud of him for going over there. I support him for going over there. Thirdly, I wanted him to know that whatever she had in her mind to happen last night, it backfired. Denisha, I wasn't scolding you. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the way you typing. I don't know. Mm-hmm. You don't see the logic of he won. It was a conversation of clarity. All this gaslight. Okay, when I say he won, you have to been here for the whole last 3 years. What I'm saying is she has always fought Red Label. She has always come against this man in everything he has done, in his life choices, if she's lied about, in his job, in his reputation, in his character, in his integrity. She has fought him. She has called his name. She has dragged him up and down the YouTube streets and in his real life. That's what I mean by he won. That's what I mean. I'm not talking about the conversation. I'm talking about the fact that she had him on her platform to have a civil situation with somebody that you swore was the devil and you hated so much because he had a conversation with your daughter, but he was on your panel last night. So who is he for real? Huh? Who's the monster? Is it him or is it you? Because you invited him up. Am I right, Red? Or did you ask her, could you come over?
I could take this to the dark side, but I won't. I won't take it to the dark side.
Did you ask her, could you come over?
No, I not.
Okay. Then I rest my case. If she invited him over, then he won. Shit. I've been here from day one. I know what I'm talking about. Crypto, no thank you. No, thank you. I understand where you're going with it, brother, but that's never going to happen. I don't need to have a conversation with a booger wolf. I'm good. Trees is giving too much attention.
He won. Got it. Check. Okay, Amina.
Right, Amina.
Because I could if you all wanted to play that narrative, I can really take it to the dark side and say that a bitch who sits on YouTube talks about me all fucking day on Station Head sits here and invites me to her channel to bring me on her panel. It says I won. I sat on her panel where she said she would never fucking talk to me, but yet she did that yesterday. So I can take that narrative, but I won't do that. But here we are.
So he won.
But it wasn't about that because I can actually take it back.
I know, but I'm just glad you broke it down for the people.
But it wasn't about that. But I could run that narrative, but I don't want to do that because we had, she and I had a conversation and it was fine. We kept it respectful. But if you really look at it from the other, from the other lens, when she says that she would never have me on her panel, she would, because I am dead to her, dead for fucking forever. Don't mention him on my goddamn channel, but yet I'm on her channel, on her platform, and on her. See, I couldn't do that. But I didn't look at it from that perspective. I just, she and I, we had a conversation and that was it. Like YouTube is not my content. I don't live on YouTube daily just to sit here and talk about people. So like I have respect for her as a human being and what I did, I take credibility for that, yada, yada, yada. But it's
okay.
I'm showing her grace. I'm showing everybody grace.
Crypto said everybody won. Everybody won. Everybody won. He said no ego. I don't think it's about ego. I think it's about truth. But everybody can see it whatever way they want. Everybody won. We're all winners. Okay.
You give it the money. Lavon, you still ain't told me who you were hanging out with last night. So until you did say that, shut the hell up. I'm hanging out with the YouTube content creator. Still got me waiting the text messages.
What's this say? What's this name? Wanjiru. She disparages still to this day, but you won. Got it. He did win because this is the thing. We smart enough to know that she's probably going to talk about him again. Even if this video wasn't made, she was still going to talk about him because you're never safe with her. But the thing that she messed up with was she invited him over to her house. Y'all would have to roll back. See, she lost her channel. You would have to roll back and see how many videos she made about him. I honestly would think, what you think, Red? Maybe 25, 30 videos about only him and his cancer and questioning his sexuality, dragging him. All of those videos she made and swore she would never speak to him again. If anybody talks to Red Label, you can't come in her chat. If anybody talks to Red Label, you can't talk to her. All of these things, never, ever, 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 ever. Okay? That's why I'm saying and what I'm saying. So y'all can say, oh, okay, I don't get the one part. Because she said never. But she invited him over. That is what I'm saying. What happened to never? He just said it himself. She down on Station Head, calling him all kind of names, saying all kind of stuff about his family, his life. She didn't call his job. He never did anything to her outside of YouTube. Never struck a move until in weeks it took him to finally do something. Like I said, and I think Princess said, you would have to have been there the whole time to get it. For real. Hey, Mika. Come on again, DJ. So not only is she inviting Red to her house, her arch nemesis, but she going over to her's house, her second arch nemesis. Child, please, this could take forever, but we don't have to do it because it's over. Hey, I'm just saying, how are you?
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, Meek. Yeah, it I really try to be respectful on this channel. I really do. And the only reason why I am respectful on this channel because I know I have been doxxed and my office watches my activity on this channel, so I can't get out of pocket when I want to get out of pocket.
Crypto, I ain't never had a restraining order on her. And never, if I had a restraining, no, sir, I didn't have a restraining order on that thing over there. Amina say it's over. Check. Oh Lord! All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna get off here. Let you entertain your people. I have some of them. I have quite a few of your folks blocked, so they was probably talking and I didn't even see it. Let me see. Hey, Bossy. Hey, Levon.
Not you got Levon blocked.
Nah, I can see Levon. That's my boo. I'm looking to see who I can see. I see Amina. Hey, Jack. I see Simply DJ. Yeah. Let me see. See Jack. I see Mika. BJ did. Hey, Mama Bay. All right. Well, this was fun.
Well, I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Okay. Much love. And I'll see you later.
Sounds good. Have
Good night, y'all.
Shout out to the spiritual gangster, aka formerly known as Evangelist Val. Let me stop. Let me stop. But it was good to hang out with you guys to get some clarification on some things and to get some clarity. Like I said, I've said this months ago. I don't have an issue with trees. I can sit down with anybody and have a conversation when it's productive and things of that nature. But I don't hate anybody. I don't hate. I might dislike some things that people do, but I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. Not you. I bet you. But like I said, this is YouTube. I can never be upset or completely at 100 with someone of whom I've never met via the internet. So it is what it is. Like I said, it is content for YouTube. It is topic for discussion and in social space. But I will never, get out of pocket. I mean, even if I met her in person, I would be respectful and be that. But it's just sometimes things go a little bit too far. How about that? Sometimes we think things too far. Like I said, I can sit down with anybody, enemy or not. There are other things in the world that's happening that we should be focused on instead of some YouTube beef, the genocide in Palestine, yada yada yada. So I don't. This shit is small. This is a small speck of existence for me. So I am not bothered. In the beginning, I did take shit to heart, and how my feelings were towards individuals, but you have to put shit in perspective. And until you do that, until you put things in perspective and realize what actually matters in your life, you're stuck. And I am not trying to be stuck. I like where I am going. I like where I'm headed. I like the trajectory ahead. So I am not trying to harbor any ill will or negative emotions towards people, especially who do not contribute to my life. So it is what it is. And we're all in this space. And at the end of the day, we all have to answer to something. And I am going to be completely confident in my answers when I am questioned. So that's all. So that it is what it is. And like I said, until you are faced with your own mortality and you put shit in perspective, y'all can harbor on this shit that means nothing. But when you actually look at the bigger picture and the bigger focus and focus on the bigger shit for the greater good, this shit don't matter. This is YouTube. This is a social app, and where you can log off and mind your own damn business and keep it moving. Wait, who got me blocked? Levon, you're not blocked. I got a message saying that Dr. Lester is blocked. Can y'all unblock him? I'm not sure, but he said he's blocked. Thank you. Onwards and upwards. Who's going live next? I am tired. I need a drink. I might take an edible. I might have conversations with the ghost in my house to reflect on the shit that's happening on YouTube. I don't know. You never know. You never know what's happening up over here. But I am done for the evening. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Crypto, for the super chats. Greatly appreciated. Whose house are we going into? Like I said, I don't have any negative feelings or negative connotations towards trees. I appreciate our conversation. The ghost still there. Yeah, the ghost is still here. They live here. They are my friends. Don't judge. Don't judge. They keep me safe. But yeah, until then, that's about it. Hey, Kamiko, catch out. B2. Stay tuned to my next upload, which is probably gonna drop at like midnight or something if I'm done editing. And then we gonna move on to that. Well, I'm gonna go to oh yeah, AT2 has me on the docket tonight, doesn't he? That fucker. Someone get him some crab legs. But I will catch you guys on the next one. I'm gonna get a drink. And maybe go over to AT2's house. Y'all leave my ghost alone. They keep me company. All right. And until then, have a good night. I'll see you on the next one. And stay safe, people. I'm out. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Message. Return to sender. Message.
And my man, thank you to my man. And my man, thank you to my man.
Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button. Let me get my ass off YouTube. I got to go. Oh my God. Sorry, Tulsa.